Hi, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing really well. I hope that you slept well. I don't know why I feel like saying that, but I hope that you slept really well. Don't know why that was relevant, but it seemed like it was. Today feels like I've had a couple of occasions today. I taught a yoga class this morning, and there's a couple of people that apologised for just standing where they were stood, like as if they're in the way. And it made me think about how we don't always take up space. Like we're apologetic for even just breathing or standing in a space, you know? So I feel like that's something relevant maybe for somebody today is, are you taking up your space? Are you actually honouring, respecting yourself enough to just be? You don't have to be anything else other than just be you. You don't have to be anything spectacular. Now I'm picking a card. I've got these new cards. This is called Earth and Bone Oracle. And I got them because of, with Samhain, Halloween sort of coming up. It is that death and rebirth, it's like the 13th month of that, exploring what are we shedding here from that year just gone? What are we letting go of? And what are we bringing in new? There was always this ritual of on Halloween or Samhain, where you would, use the broom, the besom, to sweep away the old energy of the year. You'd sweep it right through the house, out through the back door. But then there would be opening the front door, and they do this in certain cultures and certain countries, where they will bring like marigold petals up the path through the house and leave a light on to invite your ancestors, to invite your loved ones, to invite people in, to invite the good energy that resonates with you. So for some of you, we have portal, and this is originality, idealism and progression, but you may need to access some information from your ancestors. So there might be you actually stepping into the world tree, but the roots of the world tree. And the roots of the world tree is where our cauldron of warming resides. This is our space of our connection, our security, our trust in the foundations of what we have in our lives. How strong are those foundations? How strong are those roots? So for some of you, you may need to seek guidance from your ancestors to help stabilize those roots, make sure that they're being nourished. It's a bit like the trees, isn't it, with the mycelium? They're kind of feeding each other constantly. They're communicating constantly. And it's the elders, the ancient elder trees that are feeding the younger ones this information. And for some of us, especially in the Western world, we've kind of had a breakdown in that passing of information on. So for some of you, this might be a good time for you to get meditating. You perhaps need to, or go to some kind of ancestral healing session. And I'm not saying all of this because I'm trying to sell myself, but I do sessions of healing where we can bring through ancestral sessions, so we can actually connect with your ancestors during a session. It's a little bit like a soul regression, but working with ancestry, like specifically with a particular ancestor. And for some of you, it feels like there is an ancestor that's coming through on here. And this person, when they lived, they had similar perhaps attributes to you. Like they looked similar to you. They may have had similar characteristic to you. They wouldn't be exactly like you, obviously, because you are a product of two sides of different families. But there's something in you that this ancestor is particularly interested in bringing forward, bringing through. And there's something about kingdom. There's something about being like some kind of royalty. And I'm not trying to brush anyone's ego here or make you feel like you're something special or royal, which you are special, of course. But what I'm saying is, this is about some kind of regality within you. So it's like knowing your worth. There's a word I'm trying to get and it's not coming to me, and I hate it when my brain does this to me. Why does it do that to me? It'll come back to me. I'm sure it will. So sometimes you have been, it's interesting, I've got Athala, and this is the ancestry rune. This is the rune of ancestors. it's so interesting. And it's the time of year that this is coming through as well is even more interesting. You are going through a time where you are becoming more authentic to yourself. But in doing that, you're having to accept parts of yourself that perhaps you didn't feel you could accept. Like you've always kind of brought a version of yourself, or, you know, your ego has been molded into, your identity has been molded into products of what you thought you had to be to survive, to get through life. But things are changing now. You're changing. And it's actually making room, it's creating space for this ancestor to come forward and to give you this information that you need right now for this next part of your journey. You know, originality, idealism, progression. You are progressing into the most original version of yourself, and it's creating a new beginning. There's something dwelling in you that's been dormant for some time, and it is now awakening. Silver birch trees might be significant to you as well. You may have a silver birch tree in your garden or around you, or you just like silver birch trees. It may be worth spending some time near silver birch trees. Or when you do go and spend time near silver birch trees, you may access the information from this particular ancestor, okay? This is leading you on a journey of commitment. And this Tiwaz, the energy of Tiwaz has been kind of riding around a little bit lately. And this is signalling to me that you are on a path of commitment to self. You're on a path of realizing the things that need to be sacrificed here, the things that need to be shed in order for this new beginning, in order for this commitment to yourself. Now, I know me and many others that do readings and stuff, we use the same kind of words, and it might sound very generic or it might sound very vague. If you book a personalised reading, it will not be vague. We can be more specific with all of these details. But this is a time that's testing that commitment right now. It's testing whether you're ready to walk through that door. You're ready for that portal. And for some of you, you are ready. You have everything you need ready to go for it. For others of you, you're kind of on hold right now because there's information missing that you need to obtain. Are you going to be able to attain it? Let's get into the cards and see, shall we? Okay, so let's see. What do the cards have for you with this? So what is it that this ancestor is trying to bring towards you? What do they want to say to you? What is it that they want to tell you? Do you know what? That's not the right cards for me to use right now. I'm going to use the T cards. This is important information. So I want you to just maybe close your eyes right now and just be open. Be open for receiving this information from your ancestor at this time. They are bringing to you some kind of announcement. There's some kind of information that's coming through. Now, for some of you, you may have been getting a ringing in your ears. You may have been having some kind of realization where you've been put on alert of like something's going to happen, or you're just feeling a vibe of like something's going to change and it's going to happen. Dog far away. So there's someone that you perhaps aren't close to right now, but you think of often. It's related to this person. There's something to do with China on this as well. I know these are Chinese cards, but there is something to do with, and that just makes me think of somebody taking some kind of trip. I mean, like a physical trip. Oh, actually, it could be. It's interesting that came out there. It could be like on a sort of trip, you know. But something's going to be spoken to you. It's an opportunity, some kind of opportunity. And you're being asked, what are you being asked? It's an opportunity to do with great passion. There's something in you that's been hidden for a while. This is what Bacano's talking about. And this is what your ancestors talking about. There's something that you're really passionate about. There's something that you have a real drive towards, a real desire, a real passion for. But you're sitting on it. You're not exploring it. You're not allowing it to rise to the surface. Why is that? We have fan on the bottom, romance, celebration, party. There's something, it's a bit like King of Cups. No, it's not King of Cups, Knight of Cups energy. Maybe King of Cups could be in there as well. It's just about love, passion, creativity. This is waiting to kind of burst out from you. And you're only just starting to realise that. You're only just starting to realise what that means for you as well. So it's saying chair filled, somebody new is entering your life, and a younger woman. So, okay, there's a younger woman entering your life. There's somebody coming in to fill this chair. And it feels to me it's like you're going to hear about something, or you've already heard about something. And I feel like maybe this person far away could be to do with this younger woman. Okay, this is something to do with, I feel like it's somebody that you perhaps already know. But your ancestor is trying to guide you towards them. Or maybe this person has an announcement to make and it's going to do something to you. This person has an announcement to make and it's going to do something to you. You have turkey on the bottom. Somebody is behaving stupidly. Perhaps there's been an opportunity missed in the past. But the reason that your ancestor is trying to get you to understand this about this person in your life is because it's actually leading you down a money path. It's leading you to a wealth, a chain of events that will affect your life. So they're desperately trying to, and that's why this video is here, they're trying to guide you down the right path that's going to allow you to bring about this abundance that you require, that you need, okay? Now, this announcement that's going to be made, I actually feel like this is almost an epiphany within you. It's almost like a realization or some kind of awakening where you're just like, oh my God, yeah, this is what feels right for me. And it says about great passion as well. We have fly that I've only just noticed that was on the floor, which says a period of ill health and depression. I feel like for some of you, you've been going through this right now. You've been feeling this way and you've got to a point, and this is part of this ancestor pushing you. You've got to a point where you're actually sick of your own bullshit. You're actually sick of feeling this way. You're sick of feeling low. You're sick of feeling down. You're sick of feeling like there's something not quite right. You don't want that anymore. And you've had this realization of like, only I can change that. But this series of events that's happening, it's to do with somebody coming into your life. I feel like you already know this person because we had dog far away. This is somebody that isn't, it doesn't mean they actually live really far away, but they're not very close to you at the moment. Maybe you interact, but you don't see each other at the moment. But this person is about to fill a chair in your life. Basically, this person's about to have some role in your life that is important. There's a lot of passion there. There's money there as well. That's interesting, isn't it? Let's get into the cards then now. Tell us more about this great passion. Oh my God, no way. We have the King of Cups. I can't believe that. I've just been talking about the King of Cups and the Knight of Cups. There's a lot of love on its way for you, and it's because of this truth that's been revealed. Okay, it's creating balance in your life. Justice. This is a rune that goes with justice. Okay, you are your ancestor is getting information to you to do the right thing. It's almost like they're like Jiminy Cricket sat on your shoulder saying, actually, this is the right thing for you to do. And for some of you, the reason you haven't heard it before or you haven't listened to it before is because you've been closed off on an emotional level. To protect yourself, you've had to do that. But now I feel that you are opening that portal, you're opening that energy up, you're allowing this love in because you've had a realization about love and support and emotional intelligence. And you're starting to recognize actually how emotionally intelligent you really are. And I feel like it's this ancestor that's bringing forward that attribute that you perhaps have suppressed within yourself to protect yourself through your life. But now it's been awakened in you. Now it's starting to become apparent that that is who you are. That is who you are. And you are emotionally intelligent. You are full of love. You are full of that commitment to yourself and to those around you. You can, and because of that commitment, this is why you're being rewarded, basically. You are being rewarded. I do sense for some of you, this is to do with the announcement is like an event that you're going to be invited to where this person is going to be there as well. And it's actually allowing you to have certain conversations. That's what I'm feeling. Because at the moment, you're feeling a lack in love. You're feeling like that isn't, it's like you maybe feel like you're constantly playing games in situations that you're in and you don't want that anymore. It's like there's constantly got to be a winner and a loser and you don't want that anymore. You know, that's why you're getting sick of kind of offering yourself to other people. You're sick of being around surface level situations. You want deeper level, and that's what this ancestor is helping you to find within yourself so that you can have that. Okay, so what is the future of this that your ancestor's trying to guide you with? What is the future of this? Wow, this is definitely something that is in a work in progress. I feel like this actually began in August. You probably didn't realise it at the time, but you're having some realisations now where you're really paying attention to the work that needs to be done within yourself to honour that commitment to yourself. You're really starting to realise that. And that's how you are, is like, I see you concentrating on a lot of positive things changing in your life. Like you're ready for it. You want that to be the case, okay? The Ace of Cups. You're ready for this new beginning. You're ready for new love or a deepening of a connection. You're ready to receive right now. But this comes with, I did kind of feel that this came with a bit of doubt. There's not enough clarity yet at the moment within yourself on an emotional level as to whether you can go through with this or not, as to whether this is what you need. Now, a lot of that is because of holding on to sentimental attachments. This is because of things from the past that have affected you, impacted you, hurt you. And there's a fear of moving forward again in a new beginning because of that happening again. It's like you really want to release a particular pattern or cycle. Whoa. And we have the Tower. So these realizations that you're having is creating phenomenal change for you. This ancestor is empowering this for you. Now, the other thing with Athala, it is the ancestral rune, but it's also suggestive of your loved ones in spirit. They're surrounding you with that love. They're bringing that in for you. This particular ancestor, and when I say ancestor, it doesn't have to be somebody from like way before. It could be somebody in your recent family, you know, it could be like a grandparent or great-grandparent. But this person was very romantic. This person was a creative. I can see them like perhaps they were a singer or a dancer, or they did something very creative or artistic. And for many of you, you've had that in you, but you've kind of suppressed it because you felt you had to be a different version of yourself for other people. And that kind of put you in a bit of a lack. Like you never were able to really fully commit to anything because you never really felt fully like you were yourself. You were very disappointed in love, in situations. Okay, so what do you need to know right now? What you need to know right now is that it might be small steps. It may be very, very small steps. But you are on a path to enlightenment. And I do feel that you are going to receive some kind of offer of being able to reach a higher level. Now, for some of you, I don't know what your situation is, but for some of you, I do kind of see you going on a trip that's taking you to a space of enlightenment. Now, this is done in a situation, so you might be going to an ayahuasca ceremony or sitting with mushrooms but it's kind of in a controlled environment is what I'm getting from this. I'm not telling you to go out and do that. This is specific to only some that are watching this. You've had some kind of offer there, or you've kind of had this realization of bringing something that's going to enlighten you, that's going to awaken that within you. And it changes everything. It's almost like you're actually now taking the wise counsel, and this ancestor is leading you to where that wise counsel is in this, in the 3D, in your world. Because you haven't really had any sort of inspiration as to what to do here. Your judgment's been clouded. So that's why you're kind of going back to, what am I? What is my originality? What do I want? And how do I progress with that? So what is the outcome for that? Oh, a glow up. Triumph. Having pride in yourself, your self-worth, really realizing what you have to offer. This journey that you're on right now and how you're being guided is really switching you on for once. You're actually going to be really, really proud of yourself. I feel like, you haven't hated yourself all your life. You've liked yourself, and you like to be liked as well. But this is deeper than that. This is on the level of like, I'm actually really, really fucking proud of myself for who I am and for what I do. So you saw it here first. And for some of you, there's an element of not fame. I don't want to say that. I don't want to give you delusions or anything like that. But you're going to be recognised for your actions. You're going to be recognised for the choices that you've made. Okay. But right now, you need to just stay in this space. Listen to what this ancestor has to tell you and watch this unfold. Just allow yourself to be guided, okay? Allow yourself to be guided. Some of you, you may know who this ancestor is. You may have already had this connection with them. They may have come through in your dreams, and they may have been guiding you that way. But for others of you, this is through you, through some form of meditation that's going to help you to meet with this guide, meet with this ancestor, okay? So you may have already booked an appointment to go and have an ancestral healing, or you may be wanting to book it in with me to do that, or you may have already arranged something, like I said before, about going on a trip. So however it resonates with you, if you understand what I'm talking about, then this is definitely your reading, and I'm here to help you. So if you want to look into this further, if there's elements of this that resonated with you and you want to go deeper into it, then please do get in touch. My details are down in the description box. But I'm going to leave this information here for you. And yeah, it's all going to be great. It's all going to be great. All you have to do right now is access that inner emotional intelligence is what I'm hearing. Keep working on that. Keep working on the things that make you feel proud to be you. Allow your expressive, creative energy to come through. Commit to yourself and sacrifice anything that is blocking that energy from coming forward. I hope this finds you well, and enjoy the rest of your day. Have a blessed one.